Hey, what's up, all you stars and studs? It's the 10th wonder of the world, Jake Smith.
I don't know if my sound's going to be the best this week, but I'm here. I'm queer, but you knew that already. I'm Joey Mayberry.
No, it sounds good. And considering past episodes of this show have literally been through the microphone of an Auntie Anne's bag, I think you're going to be fine.
Auntie Anne's will never die.
I love an
We
Auntie
stand.
Anne's.
I know, but we stand Sky Blue. She.
I love that you knew exactly who I meant.
Should we explain? Because I get a bunch of people don't actually know why we giggle whenever we say Auntie Anne's on here.
Yeah, you're
And
good.
okay, so here's the tea. So during the pandemic, I was doing Ring the Bell live. So it would hop on here. We would have different people, different gay wrestling fans, wrestlers. And one of the guests was a dear personal friend of mine, Miss Sky Blue, who I adore. She's like my little niece that I never asked for, but do like. And so she was a guest, and she was just in her car the entire time, just eating some Auntie Anne's pretzels on camera.
So funny. Like, and it's so funny, like, that she's so big now. Like, she literally has an action figure. And I was like, but where's the Cinesticks with this?
I
Like,
kind of want to get her a little thing of pretzel bites to go with her action figure.
she needs that. She needs that big lemonade, the 24-ounce lemon. I love an Auntie Anne's lemonade. Oh, yeah,
I
but
do.
so like she needs that.
Can I tell you, number one, I want to do that and send a picture to her because she'll never know exactly. Like, she probably still has no idea that we make that joke.
Oh,
She's like,
okay.
like, just knowing her, she's like, I did a show. Like, that's just Sky. But I have an Auntie Anne story recently that I need to tell
Oh,
you
do
now.
tell.
So I was doing Uber Eats for a little bit before I got my
Mhm.
current job, and I had to go pick up from an Auntie Anne's.
Mhm.
And it was late at night. They were closing. It was in the middle. I had to go into a mall to get Auntie Anne's for somebody, which was very
That's weird.
interesting. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you really want it and it's available, like, why not? But
Yeah.
it was, yeah. So I go in, and the guy's like closing, and I was like, "Ooh, all this looks really good." And he just goes, "Pick what you want." And I was like, "What?" So he gave me Cinnabites, he gave me pepperoni pretzel bites, he gave me 2 whole pretzels, and was just like,
Oh.
"Here, take it. We're gonna throw it out." And I was just like,
Okay, I'm gonna have to hit up an Auntie Anne's around closing. Oh my
"Yep."
god. Was it like, have you seen Annie's Pretzels or whatever it's called? And like, I don't know if they're like a converted Auntie Anne's or whatever, but I saw one in our mall and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, I have. It kind of looks the same.
Yeah, it looks the same. I'm like, is this a rebrand? Is this an off brand? Like, what is this?
Well, Auntie died and Annie took over.
Mysterious death. That is the niece she didn't want. Oh my god.
Well, Auntie Anne, I run your business now. I
Oh.
own 71% of this pretzel.
Oh my gosh. You know what I went to this weekend? So I was in Miami this weekend and I went to a Whopper bar, which is a Burger King that serves alcohol, which I did not know existed. First of all, it's as horrifying as it sounds. So
Okay, I was gearing up to be like, this is either awful or the most fantastic thing you've ever done. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Well, so like I was like, oh, I could go for like food, all as I usually do.
Yeah.
So like my friends and I like went there and well, a man came screaming at some foreign couple and he's like, I said her skirt looks good. Like, and like they didn't speak English. I didn't know. So I got up because I was like, oh, this is gonna escalate. I was like, I don't think they speak English, dude. Like, and I was like, he's like, well, I told her skirt looks good, and they just walked away. I was like, well, I don't think they know what you said, but they know it sounded threatening or whatever, and I think they're uncomfortable, so you should go.
Yeah.
Like, and the guy was clearly
also,
like methed out. Like, but yeah.
But also, like, no one's like, what's the word I'm looking for? No one needs to acknowledge the fact that you like the skirt. Like, it's not a.
Well, he was being a pervert because he was also an asshole because he was also like, I'm not gay. I'm saying like I was like, what are you saying?
I'm not gay. It's just a cute skirt. Oh my god!
Give me that fucking top. So it was just batch, but it was crazy. But I am so happy to be home. I love Miami, but Miami is one of those cities that a few days and you're good.
Yeah.
So
I don't really care for Miami. I'll be
mhm.
all tea, no shade.
Sure,
Like,
yeah.
it's just not my place. Like, if I'm gonna go to Florida, I won't relax. Or I want either
See, I
theme
actually
park
think
or relax.
Miami can be that if you go to the beach, but
And
it
you
is
have
very
money.
and you have money. Well, I mean, you don't necessarily need the money to like chill at the beach, like, but it is a very expensive city. I mean, like we had 4 events that were each like 8 hours, so it was a very long
8
weekend.
hours.
hmm
That's an event, honey.
It was winter party, so like we were a main sponsor, so like just a lot of craziness, a lot of gays on drugs. So, but it was a fun
A
weekend though.
constant, but also a problem. Like,
Yes, yes. I don't think anyone I met remembers my name, but it's okay. It was really fun though. We had a great time. Yeah. So thanks everyone for coming to Winter Party. And yeah, it's good to be home. Till my next event next week is fun. It's Texas Bear Roundup.
ooh,
So it should be cute.
I like. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm wearing the shirts I had made to say like cute Care Bears. I think I'm funny. So
I love going to bear events because you know the guys that you're going to meet are either going to be A, the kindest, most sweetest, wonderful people, or B, completely perverted and nowhere in between.
oh
Like,
yeah. It'll be a nice break from like the circuit gays because circuit gays just kind of like stand there like trying to look cool. Like I was like, this music's pretty good, and like everyone's just like not no emotion on their face, just like bobbing, like, and I'm like, anyone else want to do a routine?
yeah.
Like, and like there was like they had like buckets of candy for like I think like the drug people, but I'm like, ooh, airheads. like I'm here to eat because like I'm personally not into the drug scene. I'm like
Mm-mm.
already a loose cannon. I do not need to take anything else to like
Well,
make
also,
myself crazy.
you learn at a lot of circuit parties that deadlifts don't build personality. It's very interesting.
No,
They don't.
no, the lack of personality was there. So,
What's
but
your
yeah,
personality? I wear a harness.
I am wall. Stupid. And like the themes are so dumb, like shipwrecked. And I'm like, but there's like nothing actually oceany about this. Like I was
We
like,
put an anchor on the logo.
listen, we are doing this event in the summer, and I'm like, we are wearing costumes. We're like, one of the themes is like Roman times. I was like, we are getting like chariots. I'm like, we are going all out. Like, I
Oh,
wasn't
chariot, I'm on my way.
because I love me a theme. So, all right.
Mhm.
Well, you know who else loves themes?
Who?
No one on this week's episode of Raw because or SmackDown because you know what, there were no matches, so no one got to come out.
No,
But we are still going to talk about it on
because
Golden
this
Era
is the Golden
Podcast.
Era podcast.
Golden Era Podcast, and it is when Joey and I go back in time and we recap the WWE Women's Division from 2001 on. And we are talking about the week of March 14th, 2005. And I remembered that off the top of my head just now because I don't have my sheet in front of me, but I remembered St. Patrick's Day was on SmackDown. So,
Oh,
so
look
there
at
we go.
you. I
I
didn't.
I'm a
My brain
calendar.
went, oh, yeah, we're in 2005 now. We've made it there.
Well, we're starting things off. As we learned, Lita is training Christy Hemme. And Christy is like got her hair in a ponytail, leaves them back. She's like, okay, so last week it was pretty impressive. That twist of fate. Cool, Christy. But you know what? We're gonna learn how to stop and throw some of our kicks and punches that Trish is gonna use. I've got some help, and it's William Regal and Tajiri.
Yes.
They're gonna train not in a ring, but in this concrete hallway for the match. Seems safe.
They're like, hey, where should we shoot this segment? There's this pole over here. Go stand next to it.
So this segment seemed kind of thrown together to me because they're like, well, they're gonna teach you how to Tajiri throw some kicks. Oh yeah, he'll do it if you sign his Playboy, which she doesn't sign.
She does not sign the Playboy.
She's like,
Does she even say yes to signing it?
no. I'm like, are we agreeing? I'd laugh so hard if like Tajiri like dropped it and it like flew open to like harpoon. Like, whoa!
I think my favorite thing about this lesson is literally they're like, Trish throws devastating kicks, so you should learn how to kick. I'm like, you mentioned the counter thing to the kicks
Yeah.
before. Like, that should be number one lesson.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Like,
but like they have Tajiri kick Regal, and he's like, "See how I block those?" I'm like, "You're holding a big pad."
yeah, it's like, please at WrestleMania send Christy Hemme down with a giant bag.
I low key was like, that'd be like a fun little thing, like taekwondo. So Christy starts doing some kicks, and they're like a little weak. She's like, "Was that good?"
And everyone's just like, My favorite's just like Lita, who literally just turns into Avril Lavigne, who's like arms crossed, just so much for my happy ending.
So he goes like, Trish Stratus is she's going to kick your head off. Come on, you don't have what it takes. You can't beat Trish. And Christy just like goes into crazy mode. He goes, "Ugh!" and kicks Regal in the balls.
In the balls. And so my thing that I was thinking out when I saw this, I feel like we've seen William Regal get hit in the nuts so much since we started doing this pod. Like, has anybody else rivaled him?
He really has gotten like the balls like really tapped. They're probably like up him right. No wonder he had to take like a year off. Like,
I know his testicles are inside of him now.
Yeah, so he's like, oh, and Lita's like, oh, well, sorry, we'll get you some ice. He's like, I'm gonna need more than ice for this. My broken ball sack.
Oh, that's a good band name, Broken Ball
Sack. So then Lita's like, nice work.
So remember, at WrestleMania, kick Trish in the balls.
So we then cut to Trish Stratus backstage with Maria.
How excited are you right now?
I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this day.
I know you've mentioned this specific segment, I think upwards of like hundreds of times.
It is probably Maria's most iconic moment. So Trish is in the back with Maria. Trish. So we have to talk about last week. It was really surprising that Lita's gonna be training Christy. How do you feel about it? And Trisha's like, how do I feel about it? I'm not worried because you know what? I've already ended Lita's career. Let me remind you. And I'm gonna get a trainer of my own. Hannibal Lecter, because I'm going to eat Christy alive. I did like that.
That was good.
She almost tied into the Hollywood theme. Yeah. I was like, oh, she's tying that in. It's very Trish to like find those little things. And so Maria's like, well, Trish, you have to admit that Christy's twist of fate did send a pretty strong message.
Is everyone Canadian now? Is that what we're doing?
Well, no, Maria's from Chicago. And I used to do Trish's accent so well. I'm just gonna have to give her like a different voice, I think.
Yeah,
maybe like sultry. Like no.
That's not it, no.
I am just going to. I'll just be like talking past Trish, like, and just like snap randomly. That's hers. Yeah.
Trish Stratus did a line of coke. Okay.
Just like, you know what? Well, I just think that.
Is she a background dancer in Little Shop of Horrors right now? Is that what's
1, 2, 3, my You know what? Well, she thinks she sent a strong message, but you know what? I have a message of my own. And whacks Maria in the stomach.
Very gingerly, by the way. Like,
Yeah,
she was very kind to Maria.
very kind. And then she just starts beating Maria up, and Maria is selling that. Maria has in her her device that is being remote controlled.
Is
And
that what it was?
some
I think she's
I
just really into getting thrown into trash cans. Like,
you
that
think
just
so?
got her. Yeah.
She's getting thrown out. It's like, ah, 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 ah,
The amount the amount of gays that are going to clip you and just save you to their phones now. Yeah.
right there. Don't stop. So Trish is like throwing Maria into the trash can, like pulling her dress over her head. Oh, it's squirting. So oh my god.
Who allowed us to have the internet? Because we should.
So
Who said this was a good idea?
just beat the shit out of Maria. Oh! So, and the refs come over and she's like, oh, more. And like oh.
Now tell me I'm trash.
Spit on me. So, use another finger. So
Sponsored by Q Care Plus.
Prapadoxy online, quick and easy. So anyway, so then Christy and Lita are outside the trainer's room, and like there's like muffled like inside, there's not, but Christy's like, yeah, you know what? I'm really just not taking this match seriously, so I'm just gonna chill with Maria. So Lita's like, okay, like the match is like next week, but sure, whatever. Thanks for wasting my time. Because he's like, hey, I'll call you tomorrow, maybe. So she goes in the trainer's room, and Lita's walking hallway, and I just love that. So usually when she sees who she sees in the past, she like runs screaming, but she's just kind of like oh shit, ran into someone I didn't want to see. And like where'd I go?
Literally just like sees Snitsky and just goes fuck.
And then they cut to Snitsky. Is that me? Or have they gone through some extra effort to make Snitsky a little more like acne ridden?
He's probably just done a little bit more of some like injections, you know.
Yeah. I thought they like just like rubbed a McDonald's bag on his face at first. I was like, oh girl, like, are you cleaning with Noxzema? That doesn't work. So like, so she is like, she's like, what do you want? Well, Lita, tonight after I beat Batista, I'll finish what I started with you. I don't think he ever does.
What did he? What does that mean? What did he finish? What did he?
It's over. We've moved on.
Yeah, like I'm glad you got your 15 seconds of fame, big boy. But like,
yeah, time to go. You're on your to your foot storyline. Get out of here. So
yeah,
like, so that's it. And Lita's just like, yeah. So, but that is everything on Raw. Like little quick stuff this week. Just Maria coming.
It's just Maria coming.
Maria come. Here she comes again. Oh no. So. Oh no! All right.
Well, that song's ruined for me forever. They just become more iconic. I don't know. One together.
So anyway, all right. So let's go over to SmackDown.
SmackDown, Mississippi.
So this might have been the worst idea they've ever had.
I was afraid for each and every one of them.
I think Torrie was afraid. Like,
She should be.
So it is St. Patrick's Day, and I'm not sure why, but in the spirit of St. Patty's, they thought it'd be a great idea to throw the divas out into the audience, have them climb over these fans and take pictures with them and be fondled and groped. And
That was what I was wearing, like, because you could tell that some of them were like going for
oh,
it. And
absolutely, they're like, we saw how Maria likes it. Your turn, like, so, like,
and they hit Lauren Jones with a trash can.
so Torrie is wearing, and she's worn this dress a few times before.
Yeah.
But it's like that green little short dress, and she looks great in it. And Joy, I don't think, can really get through the people. She's just like hanging on top of the large men, like, so fun.
No, like that. No, she looks like she's trying to escape, but can't. Like, literally.
I think she's stuck between people. And Tori's like a pro at like navigating disgusting men at this point. She's just like, okay, excuse you. Okay, great. so happy, like screaming internally.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Fucking here. So, but that's what Torrie and Joy do. But then we have a SmackDown return tonight / debut, sort of.
I guess she's been here before.
She was an interviewer for like 2 episodes of our show. So Sharmell has made her return to WWE as Booker T's wife. And they don't have her come out with Booker T, but she is in the front row, like, yes. No.
Okay, so did the top that she was wearing give you instant vibes of Melina from SmackDown versus Raw the game?
Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yeah. I was like,
okay to Sarah.
Is that what the top says?
Yeah, it was the M&M shirt, like cut up, like, well, it was supposed to be, but like it was like the graphics were like, so, but like, yeah. It was that. But yeah, so she's in the front row, just clapping, and they're just like, wow, it's Sharmell. She just married Booker T.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
No. Yes.
No.
So, but she's just bopping and grinding. But you know what? Pretty much, honestly, this is a low-key start of a pretty iconic run for me. I think Sharmell is like kind of an underrated like actress for WWE. I really enjoy her work. Not the work we're gonna get the first couple of months, but later on it gets fun. But Sharmell is a choice, and the storyline she's in is a choice.
I'm terrified because I don't quite remember what she does, so I'm in for a ride.
You are. It is basically Kurt Angle wanting to have, quote, torrid sex with her.
Oh, torrid sex?
Torrid sex.
Is that where you have sex with someone while you're both wearing clothes made for plus-size women?
I want to have torrid sex with your wife. What now?
Huh? Oh.
No. So, but Sharmell is moving and grooving. She is back on the roster, and you know what? She's honestly welcome to. At this point in time, I don't think we have any black divas. So,
oh wow,
I think yeah,
because Jazz and Jackie, yeah.
They're gone. Yeah, so we just have her. So, but you know what? I'm very happy she's here. I enjoy her work, and I love Sharmell. So, welcome. But yeah, so okay, cool. But then we get Jackie and Lauren Jones fighting their way through the crowds. Jackie's like, "Here's some beats," like, putting them on like random ads.
My favorite was actually Lauren because she was just grabbing people with phones, like, get over here, like put them in a headline.
They're like, who are you? From Mississippi.
Like, Mississippi.
And her hair looks like she's been through it already, trying to fight the guy. Like,
not the Sasha Colby either.
It is just a mess, haggard, and like it's just so. I was like, this is just so chaotic. Who thought this was a great idea?
No one. honestly, like, it just breaks my brain that you would even have women in that situation. Just, I get it with the previous landscape and owner, like it's Vince McMahon, he's not a good
Yeah.
person, but like, who thought, let's go put a bunch of like very tiny ladies
Right?
in a
Like,
crowd of sexually frustrated wrestling men? Like,
can you imagine them doing this today? Like, oh, Ivy is partying for St. Patrick's Day with the fans.
Loki, I would live. She's like,
cheers. Lyra is partying it up. Woo!
why don't we both make Ivy Nile the kid from Shrek who's like, do the roar?
Amazing, amazing. So then we get our final segment of the Divas of St. Patrick's Day. And Dawn Marie actually seems pretty comfortable in this.
This is Dawn's element.
This
like,
is her element. I'm also convinced she brought a taser. So too close.
She probably did. But as far as her outfit goes, I was like, Cosmo and Wanda, you ain't slick. You're not. I see you.
I have to say, I think I'm not a big fan of St. Patrick's Day to begin with. It is a gross holiday to me. No offense, Irish friends. But I think she pulled off the assignment the best. I think it was true to Dawn. It was sexy. Booty was hanging out a little bit. Love a crop top.
I think it was a big Nickelodeon homage, honestly, because the top was giving Dawn Marie, then the bottoms was giving Cosmo and Wanda, and then the fishnet with the big black heels was giving sexy Patrick Star dancing in the SpongeBob movie.
And then her hair is a little orange. So
it
is. This isn't her shade of hair. I'm just gonna preface that. Also,
no.
So she's having fun. She's like, "Woo, woohoo!" And then
you've got Michelle McCool who's lost.
Michelle's like, "Where's my seat?" Hey,
I love this. Honestly, reads so true to what I know about her as a person, because Dawn and all the rest of them are up there just like going on. Michelle's in a big, wide, open area, just like, hi.
She's like 10 feet back, and she is wearing a longer than the other girls green plaid skirt, and which makes me so mad when they were trying to make her like the Stacy like schoolgirl thing, like, and I'm like, she's no.
Did you watch the interview?
I did, and I didn't care for it.
It's made me not a fan of her.
I 100% agree. I was not here for it. It was not enough for me.
It's not enough for me.
So she's out there like, hi, happy Valentine's Day.
Remember to stretch.
Remember to stretch. Plant a tree today, Arbor Day. So, Dawn Marie.
Hello, everyone. Let's stretch, plant a tree, and get rid of anything not American.
Happy Not Pride Month. Cancel.
Okay, can we do a quick little side detour before we break this little segment down? Speaking of Pride Month being canceled, I went off on somebody on the internet like earlier about this same subject, because it just baffles me how stupid people are these days. So they're like, well, Pride Month's canceled. And I was like, it's not canceled. And they were like, well, they took it off of Google. And I'm like, do you know how long Pride Month has existed before it was recognized? Like, before you had to see rainbows in Target, we were having Pride Month. Like, we just did it.
Pretty sure it's not canceled, considering I've signed up for like 20 this year for us to be
right. Literally, like, that's just the thing that like irks me, is they're like, yeah, it's canceled. I'm like, it's not on Google. Like, y'all are such stupid people. Like, legitimately.
It's like people who actually think the Gulf of Mexico is really called the Gulf of America. I'm like, no, that's not actually the name. Like, that's just, they say it is, but it's not the real name.
I'm sorry.
I'm so frustrated. Not to get political, but
not to get political, but like, we're just, oh my God, we're living through such a day and age of stupid. Like, it's so stupid.
Every day I'm just like screaming internally or out loud.
Well, I've kind of gotten away from like standard social media a little bit just because I
Same.
feel like now that it's gotten so political, that's all I'm seeing on my feed. And I think
Oh,
Facebook and them are also force
Facebook
feeding
has
it.
gotten the worst with it. Like I see, like I'm like I don't even like use this. Why am I getting all this? The only thing I go on anymore is Instagram. I'm like it's just wrestling and men with their dongs out. I'm like great.
Yeah. Well, I'm just looking like I'm getting like posts suggested to me for like white right wing stuff. And like it's it's just stuff that I think is like meant to trigger me. So I go to the
Oh
comments and
yeah,
engage with stuff. But like I'm just like, I don't want to see this stuff. How do I make it go away?
same,
Like I want to see what
same,
my mom's doing. Like
same. I'm like the social media for me is like an escape. I don't need the political banter. I don't need the arguments. And like the thing is too, I feel like every post that I'm served is just like all the comments are people who don't think the same way as me. Like, and I'm like,
yeah.
what is this? Like, is this intentionally here? Like, I get like a lot of like random like trans stuff, like just to see people post negative. I'm like, what is this? Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to see all this hate on my feed. I don't need my blood pressure to go up
For
from
no reason.
for no reason. Like, I'm like, so I don't know. I've been trying to like stay off the Twitter and Instagram, not Instagram, because that's pretty safe for me. But Twitter and Facebook, just like anything with text, I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah,
Um, so
literally.
it's just awful. And if you're someone who's contributing to that negativity, stop listening to our show. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm like this isn't a space for you, and that's referring to you commenters who post anything homophobic on our Instagram. Directed towards other people who are commenting about men they think are hot or women how they looked up to them or anything like that because we see those comments
I've been
and
debating on
I don't.
posting like a thing. I don't know if it's going to be like a deterrent, but just being like,
Who
"Hey, this is a post
cares?
to let you know that this is a very gay-friendly podcast."
Exactly. Like, well, like that's the thing. I'm like, this is not. This is clearly like a gay lord place. Like, go away if you disagree. Disagree.
Yeah.
Well, that's you, and I'm sorry. So, all right, cool.
So back to
All
Dawn
righty.
Marie.
Back to Dawn Marie. So Dawn Marie sees Michelle McCool, and she's like, "What are you doing here?" So like Michelle's like, "I really don't know."
She literally is. She's like, I got lost.
They
I
just
entered
told
through
me
a
to come
door that
out
said
here.
exit.
They said, "Put this on and get out there." I know what I was doing. I thought this was the ice cream sundae contest again. So I thought I was gonna have to seduce Kamala. So,
And you
so
know we don't like Kamala.
yeah, well, we don't like her. So Dawn, she gives a pretty stiff right hand
She
to
does.
Michelle, and I loved it.
I loved it too.
I
I love that
applaud
this
it.
has just become a non-friendly Michelle McCool
Yeah,
podcast.
Michelle Mahoo. So Dawn and Michelle start brawling, and Dawn like and her like roll over the top of the barricade and are just like being pried apart, and Michelle is silent and just like going, shaking her fist, and Dawn is screaming, "Get out of here!
Yeah!
Let me
I
see Patrick
I
Star!"
love when Dawn gets psycho because it
Oh,
reminds me of
same.
that lady from like Wife Swap or whatever, where she was like, "They're not a Christian. They're in
Wait,
the dark
story about
side
her.
of stuff."
Story about her. Did you know? So, my friend Steven, who works for me, grew up in the same town as Christian woman. Um, and listen, I was like, why did you not mention this on your interview?
Yeah.
And like,
Did
so
you
he's
want
like,
the job?
yeah, I was like, I guess you don't want to be here. So he's like, well, do you know? He's from New Orleans, so but he's like, she's actually a very big like pro gay woman now because sad, but her daughter died in a car accident, and she said did an interview and said the first people to reach out were her gay fans. Because she's like a gay low key icon because like she's a meme. Um,
Yeah. They're in the
and
dark side and stuff.
yeah, and now she's very supportive of the gays, which is so cool
I
and
love
so
that.
awesome. That made me
You want
really
her
happy.
with love.
Not how she got there, but the fact that she does get it now is so
Yes.
cool. So that made me really happy.
That
So
makes me so happy. It was
me too,
all
because I
from
love her.
love. Like, that's just
Yeah.
great.
I used to cry that all the time. It's so excited! But that literally is who Dawn Marie is channeling. Like,
yeah! Oh, what happened?
I dropped my beer. Thankfully, it's not open, but I'm not afraid to open it. Well, does
What?
beer carbonate?
Yeah, beer is
Oh,
carbonated.
you want someone who's downright raw? Well, that's me!
Is it? Because that was such a dainty sip.
That was I don't want to actually spoil the shirt, so because I didn't want to wash it. So,
do you do that too, where you're like, "This is my comfy shirt for the next couple days"?
Yes. I really do that. I'm like, because I had so much laundry. Oh, there's beer all over my floor.
Yeah.
I did so much laundry because I had like clothes from like the last couple days. And I was like, the minimal amount of laundry I can do this week would be great.
Yeah.
And
it's just like, I have that all the time. It's just like, these are my like little shorts I'm gonna wear, and these are the shirt. This is the shirt to just like, I'm home, I'm clean, I'm relaxing.
Yes, I love a home and clean fit. Like, so good. Oh, now I'm congested too. What is going on?
I don't know. You just hit the gambit of like, oh, ew, oh.
I'm sorry. Oh my god, that's probably so low class. I'm so sorry, fans.
Have we ever claimed to be a high class podcast?
No, people like no, they're buckling up for an hour of trash. So, so Dawn and Michelle brawl, and that is the women's action for this week.
Short,
great.
Sweet, and to the but I am frustrated though because I had cut clips a few months ago up until this week, so now I have to freshly do it this week. So, but actually, you know what? It'll be good. Little reset, get us set up for the next couple weeks. But you know what? I'm glad we're done because Jerry texted me what he has for Figure This week. I didn't tell you though.
You didn't tell me though, but I'm excited for it because I love it's an unboxing, and I love an unboxing moment.
But first, though, figure this.
Figure this.
All right.
Unboxing.
Okay. So I did not know. I went to a Walmart and I did not know these were even out yet. And I was just walking, and this was the only women's thing, like as far as even action figures, anything that I could find in Walmart. And it was just sitting all by itself. No other WWE things around.
Plenty of Jacqueline dolls.
But it's the new Stacy Keibler Funko Pop.
I knew it was going to be that. I am so jealous. How is it out? Mine says it's not arriving until March 20th on my pre-order.
It was just sitting on the I literally screamed in the electronics section of a Walmart. I was like, what?
Poopied my pants. Oh my God. Wait. Thursday, March 20th. That's the same day. Okay. Oh my God, I love it. I can't wait. How do you love her?
I love her at first. I mean, first glance, not out of the... hold on. Microphone's going over here for a second. Okay, so in the box, she looks great. I love the hair. It's just... But you know what really made me happy? And I won't even lie. Just, they used this photo of Stacy for the back.
Oh, yes!
Like...
Well, we know what the best part of this figure, though, is.
What?
It's not in a pink shirt.
Shut up! They failed me on that. Okay, let's open her on up and get her out of here and see what she looks like.
Oh, pop it. Oh.
Okay, here she is in all her glory.
Look at her. Look at those legs. Actually, her legs do look longer than regular Funkos.
Oh, I love so they have the little, like, fold over boots for her.
Eat.
I know. And a little triangle top, and then the hair. Very lovely.
Oh my God. I love it. I'm so happy this exists. Like, this is legit. I think this is probably the most surprised I've ever been that someone got a Funko.
Well, yeah, I just didn't expect Stacy Keibler.
Like, let alone Stacy in wrestling gear, too. Like, if anything, I would think it would be like a Miss Hancock.
Yeah, or like just Stacy in a miniskirt, you know?
Yeah.
Like, literally. But it's so simple. I feel like people, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know. Like if she wasn't in the box, you wouldn't know who this was.
There will 100% be people who will be like, "Is that Julia?" Like, who like don't know who she is.
Right.
But like, for the diehards, like, love it. And if you don't like her, then don't buy it. More for us.
The honest only critique I can give this, I think, is
What?
I think the shorts are too long.
I agree. Those looking
Yeah.
at them now, like
She should be showing some cheek.
we need to see some twatine. So
Swatine!
twatine.
That would be where I lived in the Star Wars universe.
Take me to twatine. Well, I am excited to get her. We love it. Oh my god, what a great get.
I know. It's just so random. I've had a lot of luck, honestly, of
You
just
really that's a really good find in a store.
yeah, well, just for this is the second of the golden era girls that have had figures lately where I've just walked into stores and they're like the only thing there,
That's crazy.
right?
I love it.
Like
I'm so
some
happy.
someone's looking out for me. I am too. This is such a good get.
Angel of mine.
Hold on, I gotta do a little turn for you just so. Ow, ow, ow.
Someone edit that. Thank you. Oh my god. Well, Jerry, where can people find you on store shelves?
You can find me on store shelves everywhere, only for ages 21 and up. But yeah. You can find me at Joey_Mayberry on Instagram and Threads, Joey.Mayberry on TikTok, and just check out all the stuff on my Instagram. Click away. Have fun. There's lots of things.
Click it, flick it, bop it. You guys can find
Jake,
me
where can people bop you?
You can bop me at Jake isn't Jacob on Instagram. Oh, yeah. And then follow our show and the whole at golden era _ pod.
Oh.
And check out the store and make sure you leave us a review. 5 stars. 5 stars. Helps us move up in those power rankings. Joey, anything else?
Jesus, Matt, I'll have what he's having.
I got a golden week. Bye.